Hi, I'm Kiesel, and this is a time lapse of a new illustration I've recently completed. Hope you enjoy! So for months, I had not drawn anything, and if I did, it was just a few minutes here and there spread across weeks. Then about 3 months ago, I decided to carve out time in my day to draw again. I told myself just 20 minutes, that's it. 20 minutes isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, but my thinking was, if I don't have time for anything else, I can probably make time for just 20 minutes. And on the days I don't feel motivated, maybe I can still force myself to set up my iPad and draw for 20 minutes. Then I'm done. That's how my 20-minute drawing sprint challenge started. And I documented the whole thing through shorts, and I'll link the playlist in the description if you want to check it out. Through that challenge, I got my momentum back, and even if it was just 20 minutes a day, it reminded me how good it feels to start something. And I think that's one of the most powerful things, for me at least. Life, work, schedules, they all create fiction, and starting something new is hard. But once you have momentum, doing it a second time, a third time, I think it gets easier. In the beginning, the challenge was easy. I had fresh motivation just from the idea of hitting such a small goal. But honestly, what motivated me even more was sharing it with you. After every drawing sprint, I'd edit a video to post and another push to keep going. But after a few days of drawing and editing, on top of my 9 to 6, it got harder. I almost gave up, but thank God for my husband, not just for supporting my goals, but for pushing me when things get hard. On the days I wanted to quit, he'd remind me to keep going, to do what I said I would, and in that moment, I'd get a little annoyed because I just want to chill. But afterward, I always felt thankful he pushed me. Having someone who loves you and wants the best for you, that matters. Self-motivation doesn't always show up, and that's when it helps to have someone in your corner. Because here's the thing, motivation usually comes after the action, not before. That's exactly what happened to me, and I'd sit down with one goal, draw for 20 minutes. But by the time those 20 minutes were up, I'd feel motivated enough to keep going. Sometimes 10 more minutes, sometimes a full hour. That's how I finished my first illustration of the year. After that, I kept the challenge going, but editing and uploading every single day became too much. So I made a call, just draw, no daily video. And that's how the second illustration came to life. I hope you enjoy and see you next time. Bye!